Well, African American Women in Cinema is a United States nonprofit organization. And what we do is we support independent women of color filmmakers. And by support, I mean providing them an opportunity to show their works to a supportive audience, networking opportunities where they can meet other people and forge relationships that can help them advance in their career. That is our goal. And also to bring more resources available to them so that way they could expand into the marketplace. Well, you know, systemically, things have been set up against people of color in the United States. I mean, we came through slavery, and then in the 60s, we had the Jim Crow laws, where you literally saw signs on the bathroom that says, for colored people, for white people. There was water fountains that said for colored people and for white people. The ones that were for the colored people were dirty and unsanitized, just terrible. We rode on the back of the bus, but paid bus fare. So I come from that lineage because my family fought in the civil rights movement. They participated in marches, thrown in jail. I found out recently that my ancestor, who was in the 1800s, was a civil rights leader. And so I am personally very involved in our voting rights, making sure that our voices are heard, and making sure that we can gain access to resources. And that has always been my fight. And recently, beginning in, we're going to have a program in October where we're going to be distributing books to the community where there have been some issues like ADHD, and providing a source guide to help parents deal with children who've been diagnosed with that. So these are the types of things that we do for African Americans. Because, you know, I had some of my African brothers and sisters laughing when I told them, as growing up as an African American, the only imagery that we were shown was Tarzan, a white man with underwear on, swinging from branch to branch. And then a very sad commercial where 2- and 5-year-olds look like they're about 10 months pregnant with flies on their eyes, crying. And, you know, that was, to me, part of a whole misinformation campaign to condition our minds to make us think that Africa and the people was not desirable, and not understand the worth and value, you know, that you all have, and that we are very powerful when we come together. And so the African Leadership Awards really enlightened me, empowered me to help bridge that gap and honor and respect what our African sisters and brothers are bringing to the table and what we're bringing to the table. Because I believe in the power of unity. And once we could get through the lies and the mental perception that we've been fed for the majority of our life, we really see that we have a treasure in each one of us, and it should be celebrated. And the African Leadership Awards does that. For starters, great excitement. Some really good honorees that we have in store who have definitely supported the African community, irregardless of their race. So, for example, world-renowned fashion designer, Mr. Versace. He's one of the honorees, and he's looking forward to it. He's been very supportive of the African American community, and certainly look forward to continue to be supportive of the African community. So it's top names like that that people can look forward to the African Leadership Awards. When they see me coming back to the homeland that my forefathers was pulled or just kidnapped out of. And I'm able to make a journey back and bring the elements that we were working on, such as films and knowledge of our experience. I want to tell to Africans and to women Africans that there's nothing impossible. I want to be a witness to the fact that irregardless of how big your dreams are, go forth and accomplish it, because it is possible. A big shout out to Mr. Dop for believing in me and for his wonderful vision to make sure that people who walk in their purpose, that are affecting and impacting the world in a positive way, that they get the recognition that they deserve. So I really appreciate him doing that. And to my parents, to the African Daylight Week, who also joined in the fact of bridging the gap, it is time for this type of transaction to take place. And I am so honored to be a part of it. Thank you. Thank you for having me.